Hey guys, today we got the Sega Dreamcast, and depending on who you ask, it could arguably would be the best, but it would also be their last. But it was one amazing console to actually go out on. When this console was released, it was pretty much ahead of its time. It did have a modem for online multiplayer, which wasn't really a thing at the time. It had great games, like Sonic, Power Stone 2, Crazy Taxi, Marvel vs. Capcom. I mean, the list just goes on and on with the great games. And then when Xbox and the GameCube came out, it just kind of just killed this thing off. But what's so special about this Dreamcast is it actually is mine from childhood. I say childhood, but I think I was like 14-ish, 13, 14 when this came out. But with like some of my other videos, my son was going through all my consoles and he found this one and wanted to try it. And when we started it up, it doesn't work, doesn't play games. But let's get it hooked up and I'll show you what's wrong with it. Nice. Marvel vs. Capcom. All right, hold on to your butts. Has the nostalgia hit you yet? Okay, well this usually means that the battery's dead. That's fine, we'll let the console still think that it's 1998. Yeah, see the game's in, and it is not seeing it. It says please insert game disc. So if I close this, it should start up. I don't hear anything. These things usually sound like jet engines when they go off. If you open it, it does not do anything. But if you can get down in here, see, if I get to a certain spot, this will spin up the disc. So if I get to about like right here, it'll spin up. But if I leave it there, it doesn't matter. It just spins up for a sec and then dies. So I'm thinking lid switch. I think it's in this back corner. So I'm thinking it's back here, but if I press down here or kind of bang it or whatnot, it still doesn't seem to work. I don't know if this side is high, because I can press it down, and I can't really do that on this side. So I don't know, maybe it's the hinge. But even if I press this down, it still doesn't spin up the disc. So, all right, well, let's get this turned off and get it taken apart and see what's going on with that lid switch. All right, looks like it is just what, 1, 2, 3. There's got to be one underneath this modem. There we go. All right, does this just come off now? Is there any ribbon cables attached or anything? Nope. Oh, that's easy. Ooh, why is it all dirty? It's pretty clean inside. I don't treat my games bad or my consoles bad. Maybe there's just because there's a hole in there and the dust can get down in there. Let's see, where is the... So we got the massive power supply that can actually be modded, taken out, and just replaced with like a little USB-C board, which I might do in a later video. Here's the battery, the clock battery. Just a standard 3-volt battery. More than likely is dead. So power's here. Oh, that's right, this didn't have a reset button, did it? That's right, you had to power this thing off and on if you wanted to turn it off, if you wanted to reset it. That's funny. Ooh, ooh. Is that supposed to be like that? Maybe that's supposed to be like that. Springy, little shock absorbing. There's a little cooling fan over here. Doesn't look too bad. Doesn't look too dirty in here. Oh, okay. Is that the switch? That looks pretty gross. I don't know if you can see all that dirt down in there. That's probably our problem. I'm just going to plug it in. Be sure not to touch any of this. Do not copy anything I do. I'm stupid, so there's that. So I'm going to plug this in, and I'm going to try to... oh, I left it on. Turn off. I'm going to put the game in, and I'm going to press that switch down and see if it works. So I'll power this on. Well, it worked for a sec. It spun up. Okay. It's like it's making connection for a second, but then goes away. Yeah, so I'm holding it down and the game just stops. Is that the switch? Hopefully it's a switch and it's something easy. Let's turn this off. Let's get this unplugged. I don't want to touch this power supply over here. Let that kind of drain out and do its thing. Let's look at this over here. Yeah, let's just get these screws out of here and get this open. So what, there's one screw here, one screw here. Looks like one down here. Is that everything? Does this just come up now? Ah! What are you doing? I'm breaking it. So it looks like it is just a modular board. That's lucky, I guess. And it does connect here. First of all, it's really grimy. Let's try to get that cleaned off. Just use a little bit of IPA. Okay, so when this switch goes down, it should be making contact right here. I guess we can get out my multimeter and I can see if it is making contact or not. Set the multimeter to continuity. So when my probes beep, that means the connection is made. So it's connected now? Does this break it? Maybe that's the same side. I'm doing this wrong. So are these two the same? Okay, there you go. So this side, when this goes down, so it is making a connection. It's kind of intermittent though. Let's get out the microscope and we'll see if we can get this button open, or this switch open. All right, so how do we get this switch open? Is there like a little lever there? Let's see if I got something small enough to get in here. Oh. Oh. It's tiny. Oh, there we go. Oh, there we go. One piece. Two pieces. Looks like the little contact piece. That's seen better days. Ooh. Why is that all grimy down in there? It's like black or something? What is that? Yeah, I think that switch has seen better days. Well, that's nasty. How does that even get in here? Want some? That's nice. Yikes. Looks like they were having a party in here. They didn't invite anybody. Well, not me at least. Let's try to clean this out with some IPA. There we go. That looks a lot better. Let's take a look at this little wiper here. Grab some of these clamping scissors I have. Lock that in. I don't want to lose this thing. Let's see if we can't give this a good scrub with like a metal brush. All right, that looks a lot better. Now let's try to reassemble this switch. So let's see. How did it go? It went in like that, something like that, I think, maybe. And then it kind of lays down and uses in these scrape and make connection, I think. Ah! All right, so it does just rest on here like that, but I'm gonna have to tip this up to try to get this in here. It doesn't fall out. All right, I think I got it on there. Let's put this little piece on. Let's put this little piece on over the top. Careful not to destroy this thing. There we go. Nice. Let's check and see if it's still making continuity. There we go. And it's a lot more reliable now. It's doing it pretty much every single time. Cool. All right. Let's get this back in and we can test this. All right, while I have this here, let me test this battery and see what kind of voltage we have on it. We know it's dead, but let's just see what it is. Yep, it's dead. It's a millivolts. I don't even have a volt. It's dead. I don't have a battery for this. I have one of the game batteries that go in the game carts like an NES or a Game Boy cartridge. They don't fit in here, but I want to do some mods to this, so I think I'm just going to wait on that. But let's test it and see if it now works. All right, so this just does plug into here. There we go. All right, and I think that's as far as I need to assemble it. Let me put it back together real fast. Give it some power, see if the disc spins up. Well, power's still going, so at least I didn't kill anything. All right, let's press the lid switch down and see what happens. And I'm holding the switch down and it's dead. So that initial one, it will start up, but then it just won't, I don't know, it won't initiate, won't keep going. I don't know if that's a, I don't know, is my laser assembly stuck? Do I dare move it? Do I dare slide it out? All right, let's see if this thing moves in and out when I put this in here. Yep, I heard it. Okay, so it did move in. I don't know, but would it be the laser? Is that what would stop it from... No, I don't know. The laser just reads the disc. It wouldn't... I don't know if that would stop the disc from spinning. All right, let's turn it off. Let me try gently cleaning off the laser, seeing if maybe... I mean, it doesn't look dirty, but you never know. Just do a tiny bit of IPA on here, and we'll clean off this laser. Oh, I don't want to touch that. I almost shocked myself. And again, I'm holding down the lid switch and it just stops. Do I have a bad laser assembly? That's why I kind of don't like working on consoles that have discs, because, you know, the laser is going to go out on it eventually. I still think they make these laser assemblies, but I don't know. Let's get it apart. Let me get in here and see if there's anything in here, if it's dirty or I don't know. Let's take a look at it. I don't think this is the problem. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it is the problem. I don't see why the laser not working would not make the disc spin. Unless there's some form of like maybe a detection that it has and it will stop spinning if it doesn't detect a disc. Maybe it thinks there's not a disc in it because the laser's not working. I don't know. All right, so does this... I can see a ribbon cable in here. Does this just come up like this? Or do I need to take these screws out? Does this come up? It came up earlier. Gotta be careful. Yeah, it's snagging on something. What's it snagging on? Okay, nothing. Okay, here we go. Can I move this back out again? There we go. That gave us more room. Where's the laser? Okay, this is laser assembly right here. How are we looking in here? Someone left me some hair. That's always nice. I don't know if that is corrosion under here. It looks a little, I don't know, it looks a little dirty. Let's break out the microscope again. There was some like white stuff on here, but I think it was just flux maybe, because there's a bunch over here as well. Yeah, so I mean, it looks pretty clean. I don't think that was the problem. Okay, this is the laser assembly. Yeah, right. Oh, yeah, this is laser assembly. I don't know if that's dirty in there or not, but it looks kind of okay. But I think the thing we want is this little screw right here. All right, so this potentiometer kind of thing down here is the power to the laser. So we can turn this up and essentially turn up the power to the laser. Usually when you do have to mess with this thing, it usually does mean that the laser system is going out and you're gonna have to potentially replace it anyways. But it's good to you can extend the life of this laser a little bit and get some more life out of it. Be careful not to turn this up too much because you can actually burn through your discs and destroy them. So that's a thing. So you see how that's lined up? This mark is lined up here. So I believe I'm just going to take a flathead screwdriver. I'm going to hold this back here. I'm going to turn it up just a little bit. I'm going to go little bit by little bit so I don't destroy anything. So we turn it up maybe just a little bit, maybe like right there. That should probably be good if it is a laser problem. If I have to go any higher than that, we're going to start. It might cause some problems. But yeah, let's get this back together and we can test it and see if we can get some games running. Like I said, if this doesn't work, then I don't know what to try. I guess we can, I'll have to probably open up the board, see if it's getting power to the laser, see if anything's blown in here, or maybe on the board itself or the connector where this connects. Maybe I'll have to get this shield off and see what's going on underneath. But let's just test this and see what's going on and see if this works. I'm gonna put the lid on. I'm not gonna bolt it down. All right. Let's give this another test. Put it in the game. All right. Hold on to your butts. I just heard the laser. I'm hearing it. I'm hearing it. It sounds like a jet engine. I think it is spinning. Let's get the TV on. Let's get this plugged in and see if we can test it. We'll test it. I'm already testing it. I'll test it further. All right, I got some of the lights turned out so they don't glare on the TV. Let's give this a test. I'm fairly confident it's going to work. I heard the disc spinning up. So let's see what happens. Hold on to your butts. Yep, it's going. I can kind of still hear it. Got the logo, nice. Yep, it does sound like a... Yep. I hear it. Sounds like the jet engine, so that's always good. Battery's still out. That's fine. We'll still let the console believe that it is 1998, you know. Sentimental reasons. Yes! It's already reading the disc. Yes? Come on. Don't do this to me. Here we go. Yes! Yes! So was the laser. No way it was just the laser. Why would that stop the disc from spinning up? I don't have a save game. That's fine. Oh, I love this game. Let's go, brother. Let's do a little test real fast. Wolverine, of course, and Spider-Man, of course. Is it manual?
Let's go.
All right, I haven't played this since I was a kid. Let's see how we're good. Let's see if we're still good. Okay. I believe it's just the 2 buttons. Oh, nope. Is it these 2 buttons to do specials? Let's see. Got him. I believe it is both the triggers back here to bring in your buddy. There you go. You can like spam this and just cheat. It still works. Where you going, Wolverine? Here we go. Nice. Ah. Go. Nice. I still kind of got it. This thing still sounds like a jet engine when it's on. But there are a few mods you can do to help mitigate that. You know, with the power supply and there's like a Noctua fan I believe you can get to put in here. That'll quiet it up a lot. I think I'm going to revisit this in a different video, maybe a month or so from now. I'm going to change out this disk drive. I'm going to change out the power supply. I'm going to retro bright this thing, get it back to its original color. Change out the fan, make it a little quieter. Really going to pimp this thing out. I think it's the least I can do for my old friend, which I'm really glad to have back up and running. A lot of good memories with this baby. Normally this is where I would say that I'm going to put it on a shelf and never touch it again. But this one's going on a shelf and I'm definitely going to touch this again. That sounds dirty. I'm going to play this again with my son. Maybe he can make some good memories with this as well. Well, until next time. Oh, no, the tables!